We want to talk with you about the books that feed your imagination and the vices that spark your soul.
We drink, we curse, we read things. Come sit by us. Expect no judgment, just good times.
Welcome to Paper and Vices. Books reviewed, vices indulged.
Mature content warning. I am Lee Vices.
I am Victoria Papers, and I am distracted by the shiny sticker in my hand.
Yeah, I see your face glowing. Is that a sticker?
It is a sticker. So, I'm going to go a little bit early. My book for this week that I have not started. I know last week I had just started a book, and then this week I'm starting a book. I have never read a Jay KristoffVices book, but he's a very well-known author, and his new book is called Empire of the Vampire, and it's a motherfucking chonk.
Yes.
And it has a sexy, grumpy, tattooed vampire man on the front. Well, this one does. So this is the special edition cover from the librarian box, and the sticker came in the librarian box as well. And it's a quote from the book, and it's aforementioned shiny, but what you can't see is that there's also little red blood spatters.
Oh, that's
and the
awesome.
quote it has from the book, which I love, it says, "One hand holding a sword is worth 10,000 clasped in prayer." And then there's little blood splatters.
Nice.
That is my vibe.
You'll have to let me know how that is, because, yeah.
I will. The quote on the back of the special edition cover is, "From holy cup comes holy light. The faithful hand sets world aright. And in the seven martyrs' sight, mere man shall end this endless."
Wow.
And on the inside of the jacket, it says, "Thou shalt suffer for this, and it shall be legend."
That's not ominous.
Right? And let me see if I can find, there's pictures.
Nice.
Really fucking amazing pictures every once in a bit that you're just like, oh, fuck yeah. Yeah. So,
Wow.
happy October to me. Librarian box, if you're listening to this, y'all freaking knocked this one out of the park. I love everything in this box. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. It came with like the kick-ass sticker, a wooden bookmark, a leather journal, a bag of potato chips, something else that I'm forgetting. It was a really good box. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I will be reading in about 35 minutes.
Nice. That's awesome. I'm like, I keep seeing it like pop up on my like news feed for all the like groups I'm involved in on Facebook, and I'm like, I'm intrigued, but I mean, you know how it goes. Like, I try not to be sucked into a lot of those advertisements and things because I'm like, I don't need any more books to read.
It's sexy, violent vampire man. This is my kind of suck. Suck me in.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna have to.
You'll know when I get drunk again because you'll probably find a copy on your doorstep a few days later.
It's such a bad problem to have. Such a horrible friend characteristic. Oh, man.
What are your terrible habits when you're drunk? I drunk Amazon books to my friends.
I've also gotten makeup palettes. So...
Yeah.
Which the books, like, I'm like, oh, this is cool. This is from Victoria, and then like with the makeup palette threw me because I'm like I was like I don't remember ordering this. I was so confused for about.
I was drunk and it was obnoxiously bright. I thought of you.
Oh man. So I am actually reading something totally different, but totally up my alley. So there's this friend of mine that lives overseas, and he's really into a bunch of like humanitarian stuff, but he wrote a book that's called Church: A Counter Narrative, and it's about...
Is this Gaz?
Yes. Yeah. Basically,
you can edit that out if you want.
Yeah, no, it's, I mean, his name's on the cover. He's good. So no pen name. So yeah, it's just about, so far, how organized religion is kind of fucked up. So, and really fucked up a lot of people's.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. So I've only made it, like, the book came in and I read the foreword and like the first the first chapter, and then like I've already like it's one of those books I have to get a highlighter out for, just because there's things that are like these little one-liners here and there that I'm like, I feel like that should be highlighted. That's some good shit right there.
Someone should make that shit into a shiny sticker.
Yes. Yeah. So what I like about him is that it's kind of like you could disagree with me, like we can have an adult conversation about this, which you and I have talked about is pretty rare amongst believers.
I met him once back when we were in the same church.
Yes.
And what struck me about him versus the leader of the church we were in versus everyone in organized religion is that he does not really give a shit if you follow him or not. Like, he wants you to be safe and healthy and come to know God the way that you come to know God. But he really does not at all get off on deciding where you're going to be on Sunday night. He doesn't.
Yeah, no, not at all.
It's nice.
It is nice.
It's nice.
So yeah, it's good times. I'm really, it's, I don't know if cathartic is the right word. I don't know.
Good. I'll have to have you send me a link to that because it sounds good. Sounds really good.
Yeah, it's good.
What are you drinking?
So Yingling has this off, like they don't have a lot of like alternatives. Like, you know, you've got most of your beers that have like all these different offshoots and different brews and stuff. But Yingling's kind of like, this is Yingling.
This is what you can have.
This is it. But they came out one that's a golden pilsner, and it's pretty decent. Like it's a light. Most pilsners, I don't know. It's nice. It's not heavy. It's not anything to like write home about necessarily, but it's crisp and refreshing and good to have in the refrigerator. And so that's what I'm drinking.
And not hoppy.
Yeah, I can't do the hops, so that's fair. What about you? What are you drinking?
Gatorade.
It's the thirst quencher, man.
It helps when you have a migraine. It helps me when I have a migraine. Everyone's mileage varies. Like, if you ask on the internet, what's your cure for a migraine? You will get 800 different replies, and all of those work to some degree for the person that posted them.
Yes.
Unfortunately, bodies are not only stupid as hell, they're all different.
Yes. They're good for hangovers. Not bodies.
Yeah.
But Gatorade.
Yeah, well,
I mean, bodies could be good for hangovers.
Not judging, it is spoopy season. But, no, Gatorade's just one of those good things to have around. And I'm so old and boring that I only like orange and red Gatorade. You can keep the 15 Shades of Blue shit. I don't. Thank you. There's white Gatorade. That just looks questionable.
Yeah.
Or it's going to make me wish I was having a pina colada. Like, there's no, just... And the flavors are not fruit punch. The flavors are red and orange. It tastes like red. And it tastes like orange. Yeah, those are it.
My kids call it speed juice. I can't even remember where that came from. But I had to have the conversation with them once. That speed juice is not necessarily healthy for you to drink on a regular basis. It's good to replace electrolytes after you've been working out, or if you're sick, or if you're out in a hot sun, or recovering from a migraine, or like there are very specific uses.
Yes.
For speed juice. But you chugging a 12-ounce bottle of speed juice as a 4 and a 6-year-old is not...
all you're doing is ruining my next 3 hours, kids. That's all you're doing.
Pretty much. So, yeah.
Yeah. They actually have, it's called something root. I'll have to take a picture and send it to you. I've been getting them for my kid who is on limited sugar for various and sundry reasons. And like 2 grams of sugar per little bottle, but it's coconut water with fruit flavoring added.
Oh, I think you mentioned this to me. I don't think you sent me a picture, but you did mention this to me.
Yeah, she really, really likes them. And it's really good because she'll forget to drink water at school because she's so excited about what they're doing. And then she gets home and she's obviously dehydrated and she's like a little wilted flower. And it's just like, okay, you need to drink water. And then she'll start coloring or writing a book or playing Minecraft and forget to drink her water. But if I get her the little thing with electrolytes, because it's somewhat flavored, she'll chug it on the way home,
Yeah.
which visibly makes improvement when we have very hot days. So,
Yes.
plus she thinks she's getting a special thing, which is always nice.
Yeah. It's a healthy treat.
Yes. Did I tell you? I think I did, but we're going to put it on the podcast now. So I usually wear all black or dark red or gray. My husband usually wears all black, dark red, gray, or purple. And our daughter is this shimmering, bright, obnoxious, tie-dye glitter burst of color and energy.
Yes.
And we were both like, you know what? Hey, that's totally cool. We both had kind of rough childhoods, hence our totally stoic and lovely demeanors. It was a contributing factor for sure. So she's learning about writing and story and plot and illustration versus writing and all this jazz in school, and she's doing pretty well. And she wrote her first book series, and it written and illustrated. And I got her those little blank books in the Target dollar spot.
Yes.
And the first one is I Am Scared. The second one is A Spider Bit Me, and the whole cover is just little spider eggs. And then the third one is I Am Dead, DED. And the cover is a skull coming out of this black smoke. I was like, I have the coolest fucking child. I love her so much. Like, I would love her if it was unicorns and rainbows and mermaids and shit. And I have loved that for years. But then when you open up the first page of I Am Dead, because she wrote all the covers and the titles before she finished the insides, it's just this sad mermaid ghost floating through a graveyard. I'm just like, yes, yes. When I talk about not liking other people's kids, but I like ours,
yeah.
I mean, our children set somewhat of a high bar. Your kid's really into Halloween. My kid's apparently writing about being a mermaid ghost. We have cool children.
We do. So what is your vice this week?
Throwing shit away. Like, just giving myself permission to throw shit away. I have waxed along, especially if you listen to last year's Halloween episodes, about my mom's kind of messed up and we don't talk. We tried really hard to make our relationship work when my kiddo was younger. And then she and my dad, who are hyper religious but not into Jesus. Like, I totally accept if you're not into Jesus. We can hang. I don't care. I'm not gonna lecture you about it. But I like Jesus. But I like Jesus, not religion. Mm-hmm. And they like religion, not Jesus. So long story short, my mom's kind of abusive, kind of armchair diagnosed as a narcissist and a religiously addicted hot mess. I'm just giving myself permission to get rid of some of the stuff she's given me that, like, when I see it, all I remember are her backhanded compliments and her shitty remarks. Like, if I have a coffee mug in my cabinet that I haven't used for 3 years because, yeah, I had an okay day with her that day when she bought it for me when she was visiting. But I also remember all the ways that, like, she raised questions or didn't take responsibility for stupid shit while apologizing for it, and how she just made me feel less than. I'm just like, no, fuck it, I'm gonna throw this out. It doesn't make me happy. You know what makes me happy? The fucking spiderweb mug that my husband ordered for me on eBay because my other spiderweb mug broke. That shit makes me happy.
Yes.
I'm gonna put that in the cabinet and throw away the unhappy shit.
Yes. That is
nice.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cathartic as fuck. Apparently catharsis is our theme this week.
It is. It is. It's a good word, so.
It is.
Not used nearly enough, I feel.
What's your vice this week?
So there is a company called, I believe it's Good Foods. And I told myself I was going to remember the company name before we started recording. But now I just think it's Good Foods. But I could picture the logo. And they make a vegan queso dip that is actually quite tasty. So most vegan cheese tastes like rubber ass. Not even real ass. Just rubber ass.
Yeah. Does the logo have like fruits as the O's in the Good Foods?
Yes.
Then yes, it's Good Foods.
Okay. All right. I have some kind of memory.
Yes.
Yeah, they make like a spicy buffalo version of it. So my disclaimer is it really doesn't taste like cheese per se. It just tastes like a really good fucking dip. Like you could do like tortilla chips or like peppers, and it's really good. So that's kind of been my vice this week, because we got this little pack. So you could buy it in like the big tub, or you could get it in like the little like 4 to 6 mini little individual size portions.
That makes sense.
So it's good shit.
We need to pick a vegan queso for Holy Communion.
Yes, we do.
We need to pick a vegan queso for Holy Communion.
Yes.
We're starting a cult, y'all, with the Valkyrie. We've decided. There will be tacos, and Holy Communion is going to be nachos dipped in vegan queso.
Yes.
Yeah.
And wine.
And wine. Yeah. Yeah, we have a 3-part Holy Communion. This is body, blood, and the cheese is the soul. And you don't have to do vegan, but we don't want our vegan or lactose intolerant brethren to be left out. So, cheese is the soul. Because here's the thing. We want to be rich, like people who start a cult, but we also don't want to fucking hurt people. So, it's a work in progress. We'll let you know.
It is.
Tentative title is Bitches and Tacos.
The holy 7-layer body.
Oh.
I can't even take credit for that. That's your wonderful husband commenting on our Discord that's still up.
Nice. This is my sangria, which I have bruised for you. It's fine. It'll be good. Anyway, Catharsis and cults, cheese is the soul. Fuck yeah, vampires. I think that's it for us this week. We need to go have more alcohol and go to bed.
I agree.
You can find us on the social medias at Paper and Vices. You can email us Victoria at Paper and Vices or Lee at paperandvices.com. We would love to hear about what you're reading or what your vices are. We are happily open to suggestions.
Yes, we are. And in the meantime, don't be an asshole. Smoke a joint and take care of yourself.
Amen. This has been a production of Paper and Vices, copyright 2021. This episode is presented for entertainment purposes only, and any vice should be pursued only within the legal boundaries, common sense, and personal responsibility of each person. Please check your local laws. The views and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the individual hosts and guests only, and do not in any way represent the views of Paper and Vices LLC or any named persons, nor should they be considered personal, medical, or legal advice. Previous episodes and other commentary can be found at paperandvices.com.